Hi.
Hi there, how are you? Can you hear me?
Good. How are you doing?
Oh, good. I'm doing pretty good. I don't have wet hair this time.
Oh, yeah.
Woohoo!
Very nice.
Hi there, how are you? Can you hear
Good.
me?
How are you doing?
That is a late delay, huh?
I have wet hair this time.
Oh, yeah.
Woohoo!
Very nice. I think I
Hi
have.
there, how are you? Can you hear me?
How are you doing? Hold on. I'm not sure what's happening.
I know, our conversation's playing over and over.
Okay, here it is. Okay. That should end the craziness.
That was a little crazy.
Can you guys hear me?
Yes, we can. I can. Jenny, can you hear her?
Yes,
Okay.
I can, Miss Natalie.
Perfect.
How are you guys?
Doing well.
Doing okay. How are you?
I'm okay. I'm a little under the weather, but that's all right.
Shoot.
Oh, that's no fun.
I know.
A cold?
I'm not sure. My little boy is sick, and so he has a fever. He's really not feeling well, so I think he's passed something on to me. But I don't have a fever yet, so that's a good thing.
Yeah.
I just put him down for a nap, so hopefully he sleeps.
Yeah, oh, poor guy. You need one too. Okay, sorry, I'm trying to get my phone too. Well, there she is. Hi, Afton.
Yeah, hanging out. Hopefully she'll.
Hi, Afton. Hi, cute girl.
She's so cute.
Hopefully she won't go crazy this time.
Fine. I'm trying to get my phone out of its case.
So did you guys read? I don't know if I have just missed this in the past or if it said it the other couple weeks, but that we're supposed to actually do the part 2 in our group work and then just review it together.
Well, that's what's confusing because every week in the preparation, it doesn't say anything about doing part 1. It always says part 2. But then when you go to look at it somewhere else, it says to work on part 2 as a group. So I've always just assumed that it is a typo, but I could be wrong.
I don't know. I hadn't noticed it before until this week. I saw it in a couple different places. It said, after you're done group, I don't remember what it said, but it said something, and then we go over to work together after we've done it or something. But it doesn't matter. I think we're all doing that anyway. We're kind of looking at it and kind of having just a feel for it before we meet anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't remember what we did before.
It's not a big deal. I was just wondering if you had noticed it.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not sure. But this lesson was pretty easy.
Yeah.
Compared, yeah, let's enjoy it.
I did have a couple of questions on the homework, so when we're done, I had, what was it? Did you guys do the homework yet?
Yeah.
Yeah, most of it. Let me look.
So, should I ask you while we're waiting for Britton, or what do you want to do?
Yeah, why not? And then if we can't answer it, maybe he can.
Okay. So number 10, it said, I'll just go to it really quick so I can read it to you. Okay. After computing the numbers, it says if you are an executive at McDonald's, how would you interpret the population mean to a potential investor? So it's saying it would increase. The price of McDonald's stock will probably increase over the next year. I got the 19%, but I just don't know why does that translate into an increase. I just didn't quite connect the two.
Let me see.
I'm
So
looking
that
at it.
the 19% that we computed is supposed to be the growth for McDonald's stock. So their stock will grow, or based off that number, it'll
That
have a
population means
19%
that means growth. Is that what that means? The population means growth.
Well, in number 9 it says use the table above to find the population mean for the percentage of growth for McDonald's stock over the next year.
So
So
19% is the growth.
That's what I assumed.
Since like in the chart, the change in price, all of that is the percentage of like the stock. So if it's like 60% above or 30% below where you bought it or whatever, wherever they started.
Mm-hmm.
And then just when you do the math or whatever, yeah, does that make sense? I don't know if I'm really explaining it very well.
Well, it makes sense and if 9 it says what's the percentage of growth. Well, if it's going to grow by 19%, then it'll probably increase over the next year. I mean, that makes sense.
Yeah. I think I just saw growth, and so I just assumed. You bring up a good question, though.
But then the other question I had was for number 11. The answer, according to the answer sheet, was 240.1. And for some reason, after doing the numbers, I couldn't get it. I could only get 0.02401. Like I had the numbers, but my decimal was off, and I kept trying to work it, and I don't know what I did wrong. Did any of you guys have that problem, or did it come right up?
I was having a hard time because I kept changing the percentage to decimals.
Me too.
So that's what you did wrong, because that's what I kept doing wrong. So the percentages, you just leave them as whole numbers, which is weird to me. And that same thing with number 8. I kept getting 0.03 because I was multiplying 0.3.
Yeah, I did that too.
1. So I don't really know why they have us doing it like that, because percentages are usually, when you do math with them, you do change them to decimals, but here with the answer sheet and everything, it's saying, or it's obviously not using the decimals. Can you hear me?
Totally.
Yeah, I can hear you, but you're frozen on my screen.
Yeah, I don't even see you on my screen, but...
Okay. My video keeps cutting out for some reason.
But is Britton still there? I'm going to try. Did you guys get the message from Britton?
No.
No.
He said that he was having a hard time logging on, but that he could hear us.
Oh.
Huh.
Good thing we weren't talking bad about him. I was kidding.
So he can, yeah, he's probably the one viewer that we have. I wonder why. Maybe I'll just try inviting him again separately. So I invite you guys in a group, but let me see if doing it separately will help.
And I'm on my phone, so like I can't see everything you guys see.
Okay.
Okay. He says he's still here and he can still hear.
Okay.
Okay, well, let me invite him separately again and see if it...
I love that sound. I love
it. That is one of the best.
It is. It's just... It's the best sound ever.
Okay, I added him again. And maybe adding him separately will do the trick. I don't know.
Okay, so when I did it again without the using just the percentages, it came out to the right number.
Yeah.
Okay.
That is so
Weird.
weird.
It is.
Yeah.
And that's not how they teach you in that math for the real world or whatever, their basics or whatever.
Uh-huh.
Anyway, so
Yeah, and anything with math, you always, whenever you're computing it, you have to change the percentage to the decimal. That's so weird.
Yeah.
I wonder if it's a statistics thing. I doubt it. I have no idea. Okay, so if he can hear us, should we?
Okay. We could start, I'm assuming.
Yeah, let me...
Sorry, I'm going to blow my nose.
You guys hear those?
Yeah, that's on my thing. I don't know if the little like chime thingy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the Gmail chat or whatever on my
Notification thingy.
computer. Yeah. Now it's saying we don't have any viewers, so can you guys still hear me when the screen goes blank?
Yeah.
Or, like,
Yeah.
freeze?
Totally.
Okay.
Yes.
Then I'm not going to worry about figuring out why it's that. I have no idea.
Can you see us?
Yeah, I can see you guys. I can see you just fine, but then when I talk, my screen is black. But anyway.
Yeah, I just see black. I love the picture, Natalie, behind you.
Oh, thanks. That was our Christmas present the year before last.
Love it.
I searched and searched for it because I wanted. This is my front room, like my front door is right here, and so this is the first room you can see. And so I wanted. We have pictures of Christ all over, but I didn't want like every room to have that, and so I figured this could still be a really great, meaningful church piece, but not everyone would be like, "Oh my goodness, all she does is
Yeah. And it looks great with that color wall too.
Yeah, I was excited. It was already painted this color, so I was like, "Oh, that works well." But anyone who's LDS would know what it is,
Yes.
Yeah.
So I like that
Very
it
iconic.
has meaning.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so Britton, I can't get in touch with Britton through that chat anymore.
Shoot.
Yeah, and he hasn't emailed or anything. Should we just go ahead then?
Are you recording and then he could watch it?
Yeah, it's recording.
And I still think,
Yeah.
I don't know. I still think he's been on, like we've communicated. He's been trying to get on, so I don't want him to
Don't
not.
want to give up on him.
Yeah. Trying. So it's so frustrating when technology doesn't work, though.
Yeah.
Yep.
For real.
So you tried sending it to him again, and it just hasn't gone through.
Yeah, I mean, I just sent him another invite just by himself, and I don't know if that's what the problem was or not, but obviously didn't work if he's not on.
Okay. Well. I'll send an email really quick. Because what if he, I just sent him an email asking if he could view it, then I wonder if he could get on the phone with one of us on speaker, and that way we could be listening to him and he could participate that way.
Yeah, for sure.
Did we ever get his phone number? I don't think we did.
Oh, I don't have it. I have a little card with all you guys, but I don't have his.
Let me get back into my email and see. Yeah, I don't think he ever left us his phone number. Is the phone number on the, it might be on the thing that we use to sign up. Let me,
Oh, maybe we did. Oh, I see someone typing.
okay, we have his phone number.
Oh, we do? Okay. Okay, so he's back now. He says, yeah, go ahead and start. I'll just watch for now and keep trying to get in. Do we
Okay.
ask him? Okay, so should we just start the group 1 thing?
Yeah. Okay. Where do we want to start? Do we want to go through the, I forget what we normally do.
It says discuss questions you have on part 2 of the individual.
Part 2 of the preparation.
Yeah, the question. Yeah.
Okay. I don't really
No, I think it was okay. Do you guys
have any questions?
So, okay, he's calling me so we can put it on speaker.
Okay.
Hi, Britton.
Sorry about all this.
That's okay, no worries. Can you guys hear him while he's talking?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, perfect.
So, I didn't have any questions. So we just go, I mean, the interesting thing with this is that we don't have questions, but we all have the answer sheet, so we can go and check our work and know how we've done beforehand.
Yeah.
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 That's how I figured out the decimal thing. I was like, oh.
Yeah. So it seems kind of silly to go through and say, oh, what'd you get for this answer? Do you know
Yeah.
because if any of us have any problems, we'd kind of bring it up, wouldn't you think?
Yeah.
That's how I feel.
I think it was clarified.
So, I mean, I guess, does anyone have any questions on either the homework or the preparation?
I just have so I had those questions 10 and 11, but I also have questions on 15 and 16 for the homework.
Okay.
Okay. I haven't done the homework yet, but
It's not hard. It's just did you hear what we were talking about with the decimals?
I think a little bit, yeah.
So when you
It's just
plug,
hard.
sorry, go ahead.
Oh, is it just hard to know like where to round and everything?
No, it's weird. your numbers are given in percentages, and so typically when you're plugging in the equation in the calculator, you would switch that percentage to a decimal and then compute it. But you're supposed to keep it as a percentage. So instead of writing 0.30 for 30%, you just write 30 and then go on. Anyway, so that was a little bit confusing for me.
Yeah, that does sound different.
But okay, so for the 15 and 16, who did you guys get that? For some reason, I think it's because I'm under the weather, but my brain just didn't follow. And I followed everything else.
I'm not
Okay.
even sick, and my brain does that.
Okay, let me see.
Find the population mean for the using that table above. Price of a 10-year-old bond over the next year round. Okay.
So population mean
Is this
it's just that times the probability, right? So I got the right answer, but I don't remember where my work is.
No, you're fine.
So
The population mean is the sum of the value multiplied by the proportion.
okay, so that would be the percentage times the or percent change in price times the probability. So you
And
just
then and then add them all together.
you add them all together. But I think it was the same thing, if I'm remembering correctly. I had to not change it to the decimal. Let me see if I can find where I wrote it all down.
So I think the reason why I was getting confused on it was because it said for the 10-year. Let me see if that's what I was.
And the price of the 10-year bond.
And it didn't list the 10 years.
Oh, I see what you're saying. So this is the chart is just the probability that a 10-year bond, like it doesn't have, I don't think it has anything to do with like the length of time. It's just the probability that the price will change for a 10-year bond.
Okay,
That makes sense?
gotcha.
Like,
Yes, that does make sense.
yeah, so you don't have to even worry about.
Together and add them up.
Yeah.
Okay, that's easy.
Yeah, so I got 1.4 and then 3.75, 2.6, 0, negative 6.6, and negative 1.8.
And then you added them.
You add all that, you get the negative 0.65.
Okay, and you're right, you don't do, because 70 times 0.02 is 1.4, and if that's what you got and got the right answer, then you don't change it to a decimal.
Yeah. And then with 16, I have to keep looking at my notes. So
then you would just keep going just like anything else. You would take those values and then do the whole squaring, multiplying, and then finding the square root. Okay, I think just for some reason I was thinking I needed to find the next, because it says find the percent change in the price of a 10-year bond over the next year. I'm like, okay, so I'm having to go down to the next one. I'm like, how do I figure out what that next box is supposed to be? Okay. I don't need help. I can do that. But thank you. So thank you.
no problem.
That was, sometimes I get caught up on words.
Yeah.
I'm with
I'm
you.
right there with you.
Okay. So how did you guys do on the homework quiz last week?
I think I got 90%. Let me see.
I missed a couple.
Yeah, I know I missed one. For lesson 3.
Yeah.
I missed
I have to go back and look at the one.
the details.
Yeah.
There was one that I kept reading and trying to get it. And
I kept messing up on the last one.
I think that I really struggled on that one too.
The test, it says test scores were recorded for students in a statistics class. The scores for the first test had a standard deviation of 3.8 points. The scores from the second test had a standard deviation of 4.8 points. Choose the correct statement below. And I got that question because you can repeat it or whatever, and I got it wrong both times.
Oh, that's so frustrating.
So because I don't think it gives you the right answer
It
until
doesn't. That
take
one I
the
actually
test.
got right, and the right answer is none of the above are true.
Yeah.
I wish. What did you say?
Which one was that?
That was number 10 on the quiz.
Uh-oh. I'll give you
You're cutting out, Britton. Are you trying to say something again?
What was your question on that one?
Tori said that she. What were the ones you guessed, Tori? Britton wants to know what your question was on that one.
Well, I just don't get it. I mean, I guess none of the above are true. That makes the most sense. But first, I think I put the average test grade rose by a point, and I think that was just my guess because I had no idea. And then the last time I took it, I said I put the higher standard deviation of the second test indicates higher average scores on the second test than on the first. But I think I get it now because it's kind of hard to tell because standard deviation, like there can be a random number that's like way higher that's out and about. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
way higher than the other ones. And so just because that test score was higher doesn't mean that or like the average of the scores were better. So I get it now, but I was just, that's the only one I was really confused on at the time.
Okay.
So the one that I was confused on, and I haven't gone back and looked at it a lot, but it says, what is the standard deviation of the data recorded in the box plot for number 4? And I think it's that it can't be determined from the box plot.
Uh-huh. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
But I was like, kept guessing and didn't get that right.
I can't pull
Okay.
mine up right now, so I can't see it.
Yeah, all a box plot really shows is like the quartiles, and then is what it is.
So what would it show if I could compute the standard deviation? Because I was thinking, I guess 10, because I'm like, okay, maybe it would, like, the one side is the 2 and the other side is the 12. So maybe, like, it's 10. It deviates in between.
Oh, yeah. So I think to do it, you would need, like, every data point, because then you would subtract.
Oh, you're right, from the mean.
Yeah, and then you square those, and then do the square root of them all.
You're right. Okay. So I would need actual data.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. Oh well. I'm hoping that this week's quiz goes better.
That'll be fine. I don't think
Keep
it's
trying.
bad.
Yeah, this was a good. Seemed pretty simple.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you guys have any questions on the homework or anything else?
I don't think so.
Nope.
Nope.
I haven't started on the next lesson. Have you guys?
No.
No.
I did the preparation assignment yesterday.
How was it?
It's all right. Like, at first it looks more daunting than it is, but it's really not too bad. It's just kind of algebra, so you pretty much solve for one variable.
Okay.
So it's not too bad. I mean, the lesson explains it pretty well, so
Okay.
it's
Good.
helpful.
Okay. Awesome.
Can you guys still hear me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just totally frozen still, right?
Yeah.
Sometimes you come in and out. Your picture, but I don't hear baby girl anymore.
She's quiet. It's because I'm holding her now.
Oh.
I'm letting her look at you guys, and it's just
Now, who is that crazy lady?
Okay, well, should we attempt the group quiz?
Oh, I forgot we have to do that. Oh my goodness. I'm like, okay, we're done.
Nope.
Okay, yes, we should do that.
And
Okay.
there are 13 questions. Mine is 2 because the first 2 are given, so.
Okay.
Give all your probability answers as decimals. Do not give probability answers as decimals.
Okay, I'll just start reading. Human blood can be classified into one of 4, I'm assuming, basic types: 0 or O, A, B, and AB. The proportion of people in the population of the United States with each of these blood types is summarized in the following table. Use this data to answer the following questions. The blood types and the proportions given in the table above define a probability distribution, right?
We just have to add them up.
Yeah, make sure that it's
Yeah, it adds up to 1.
perfect.
Did anyone else do it?
Yeah. Yeah, I have them.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So I put true.
Okay, so what is the probability that a randomly selected person in the United States has type O blood?
Type O blood. 0.
Well, that's the 0.45, right? Or
That's
am
what I would say. It's 45% of the total.
Yeah.
Okay. So we're supposed to give it in decimals, so it's just that. 0.45.
Yeah, and then the next one is where we have to, so what is the probability that a randomly selected person will not have type O blood? And that's when we subtract, right?
Yeah, so it's
0.55.
yeah, 0.55.
Okay, so the next one, Carolyn Willis and her colleagues conducted a study in which dogs were trained to detect bladder cancer. Interesting. The dogs were trained to lie down next to a specimen derived from a bladder cancer patient. Tangle, one of the dogs, demonstrates the identification of a specimen. 7 bowls containing urine were lined up in a random order. 6 of the samples were from patients who did not have bladder cancer. 1 of the samples came from a person identified as a bladder cancer patient. Answer the following questions. If the dog guesses at random, what is the probability that they will correctly identify the dish containing the specimen from the bladder cancer patient? Sorry, I'm going to have to read that again in my head.
I am too.
Because Austin is being noisy now. Okay, so
7 bowls.
so each one has the same
Yeah.
probability, right?
I didn't hear you, Tori. What'd you say?
I was going to say each of them has the same probability, right? If it's at
Right.
random.
So there's
whatever 1 over 6 is. Let's see.
So would you do 1 divided by 7, and then that's
Oh yeah, 7.
to 8.
Yeah, 0.143.
Yeah, because to 3 places. Yeah, 0.143.
Okay.
That's not for you.
0.143.
Okay. And then number 7, in a combined total of 54 trials, the dogs correctly identified the specimen from the cancer patient 22 times. It is very unlikely that the dog would do this well by random chance alone. Which of the following statements is most appropriate? This provides strong evidence that dogs can detect bladder cancer. There is little evidence that dogs can detect bladder cancer.
Out of 54, 22 they got right.
So that's only 41% of the time.
Not even
Yeah,
half.
but I don't know why it says it's highly unlikely they would do that well by random chance, but not like that high.
So, well, yeah, that's tricky.
It's very unlikely that a dog would do this well by a random chance alone.
So it seems like that sentence is trying to get us to say that it's strong evidence. Because
Right.
40%, while it's not more than half, it's still a lot.
Better than random chance.
Yeah, but is there a way to calculate the probability that they would just get it by random chance? Like, I don't know how to do that.
Did you guys hear Britton?
Yeah.
I don't remember.
I'm gonna check in the lesson really quick.
Go back to toys.
So this under randomness, it says any random process follows a very distinct pattern over time. The distribution of its outcome. Okay. We can be sure that it follows a long-term pattern. Its distribution, but we never know what the outcome of the next experiment will be. So this wasn't long-term. I don't know. Discrete random variable.
When something's random, we can be sure that it follows a long-term pattern. This wasn't long-term. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I wouldn't. 54 trials doesn't seem long-term to me.
Well, I guess if you think about it, so if the probability that they would guess it correctly is 0.143, would that be technically, like if you move it over 2 decimals, would it be 14.3%? Is that what that translates to? Like 14% of the time they would pick each of the bowls or whatever. If that's the case, then like 14% is a lot less than 41%.
Oh yeah, that's
It
true.
was. But I'm not sure if that's.
I mean, that makes sense.
But I don't want to like, because I really have no idea. But
I don't know
like
either.
lead everyone the wrong way.
That's possibly higher than the ability of selecting it, so.
Say that one more time, Britton?
Well, because we decided that they detected it about 41% of the I guess just the probability of selecting the correct one just randomly. So, I don't know. It seems a lot higher to me, but I don't know what you guys think. I'll probably put the strong evidence the first time and see what happens.
So you're saying that it does provide strong evidence that the dogs can detect bladder cancer?
I think to a degree, yeah.
Yeah, I'm with you, Britton.
I have no idea based on the math. The only reason I would say that is because it says it is very unlikely that the dog would do this well by random chance alone.
Yeah.
Seems like if they,
Like it did a good job.
because otherwise I would pick the other one because I'm like, oh, less than 50% of the time, probably not super likely. But I don't know. Okay, so
This
I'm gonna go
provides
with you
strong
guys on
evidence.
this one.
Good luck.
Did you guys hear that we can retake this quiz, by the way?
Yeah.
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 Oh,
I didn't know that until today.
yeah, me neither. Well, we haven't really had to. Oh, well, I guess,
I did, yeah. I got
Yeah,
90%, and it was fine.
can you go back or is it closed now?
I
didn't
don't know, but Jenny, when you got the 90% on the first one, were you able to retake it?
No, I didn't see that it did.
Yeah, I don't think it
Mhm.
allows you to retake it. I think you have to get approval by our professor, and she'll allow a one-time retake.
Oh.
Is that what you heard, Britton, or how did you know that?
I saw it on the email too. I think she just barely started doing it.
Okay.
I'm assuming
Okay.
very well.
Is she back? Oh, never mind.
I think we'll know after because it'll give us option to retake.
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah, that's true. Okay, you ready for number 8, guys?
Yes. Someone else want to read it?
Sure. M&Ms are small chocolate candies. The M&Ms website previously indicated that the United States distribution of the colors in the bag of plain M&Ms is given in the following table. If you reach into a bag of plain M&Ms, what is the probability of drawing a red-colored candy? Round your answer to 2 decimal places.
So I think we first have to find out what the green is, don't we? No, maybe.
Yeah.
Well, that's if we wanted to find out. Wait.
Well, I guess it's out of 100 and out of 1 anyway. So we probably don't. We can just assume.
Well, isn't this the same as like?
It would.
Wouldn't it just be 0.13? Because then the
Yeah, out of the 100, I would think so.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. It almost seems too easy.
Yeah, it seems too easy, but I think it has to be 0.13.
well, I'm just saying like that's what we did for one of our earlier
It is.
answers.
Adding all those up, it's 0.84. So are we assuming green is the difference to 1?
Yeah, green, number 9, green, it should be 0.16. And so that's what it would be for red. It would be 0.13. You're right, Tori.
And it would be 0.84 for the number 10.
I haven't looked at it. Oh, for not, yeah.
Okay. Let me. Okay, so red is the 0.13, and then I haven't added yet, but I'll trust you
Green
guys.
is the 0.16.
0.16 is green, so that's everything added up minus 1 or whatever, or 1 minus all that, and then.
Then the number 10 is the 0.84 because that was everything.
Perfect.
Besides that. That's what you guys have, Jenny and Britton, right?
Yeah, it's what I just calculated. It just seems too easy and too good to be true.
Right? I know.
Too easy.
Okay. Are we ready to go on to the last 3?
Yes.
The ACT scores of students admitted to a medium-sized public university in the western United States were taken from capex.com. The following summary statistics were calculated. Use the information from the public university to answer the following questions. Half of the observations are less than or equal to what number? What?
Half the observations are less.
Does that mean the median?
The mean.
Yeah.
Well, mean is the average.
Quartile, so it's in the middle.
Oh, sorry, I didn't see the median there.
So the median is 24. So that's right, correct?
Yeah, I would
Okay.
think it has to be.
Okay.
Oh,
Oh, yeah. So that makes sense that half of them would be below the median and half of them would be above the median.
Yeah. Okay, and then number 12, based on the information on the table above, the top 25 students, 25% of the students scored above what number? So that's the quartile, right?
Is that
Yeah,
quartile 3?
I think it's, oh wait.
Or is it
20.
Oh, yeah. It's quartile 3.
27.
Okay. We're almost done, baby. And then 13, which of the following statements is not one of the 3 rules of probability? The probability that an outcome will not occur is 1 minus the probability that it will occur. That is one of them. A probability is a number between 0 and 1. That's true. If the probability is high, then the probability is positive.
that's not true?
That's not one. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to submit. We finished all of them, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we did.
Check us out.
What'd you say, Britton?
I'm just gonna submit it. See.
Yeah.
Good job, guys.
Yeah, we did 100. So.
Nailed it.
Yay. Yeah. I like seeing the 100.
Oh, no kidding. I'll take them when I can get them.
Yeah, exactly. But it didn't show the retake. So in her thing, because I saw that in the notes from instructor, someone had asked about retaking, and her reply was just message me or send me an email, and I'll reopen it for you.
Oh, I see.
So in the future, if we need to, hopefully we won't ever need to, but
Yeah.
I like your attitude.
I don't think we'll need to. I feel like we've been doing pretty great. I mean, I say that now, but I have no idea how hard it's going to get, which I'm sure it'll get pretty hard. I'm confident in us.
Yep.
I know. I'm like, I hope it stays like this. I'm following at least okay right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not
Good job.
So, okay. So then
Good
we'll
luck with
meet on Thursday, right?
Yep.
Yes.
I'll be
Music.
trying to get this stupid computer figured out, and if not, I'll just, I guess, call somebody again.
It worked.
I feel like it works. It works fine if you can. We can just video or call you in or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a problem with like the plugin, so I'll just restart the computer and see if I can get it working again, and if not, I'll just call. So,
Okay.
Okay.
or wait for me.
No problem. Sounds good. Okay, you guys have a good day.
All right.
Bye. Thank you.
Thursday.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.